Fellas, if you anything like me, you're super picky about who cuts your hair. And I don't go anywhere else except for House of Barbers. Located right across the street from Marist College on Route 9. Go see Sal and his crew. They will take care of you no matter what your needs are. And they'll even give you hot towel shaves. Old school. We like that. House of Barbers right there on Route 9, 845-232-5036. House of Barbers. Go make an appointment today or just walk in. House of Barbers.
Ooh, it's finally TV, but you don't need cable or sling to see me. Black on his soapbox, Gabe in his bag. Let out some real black ink, load the 9 with the mag. First take, the last take, we can juggle the top. Like a barber with the clips, the way we talk in the shop. And since life is like a movie, we gon' stick to the plot. That's why we sponsored by the brand and scrape the weight off the top. Get it? That means we dope. So I'ma need my brothers and sisters to stay woke. And we gon' lace the product with facts and straight jokes. The voice of the valley is here to spread hope. Supports a steep slope. They gon' have to let me cook. I don't know how to stop. From the culture to the music, anything else hot. Catch us every Tuesday once you step in the house. Cause all they really wanna know, what we talking about? I'm out.
Ooh, and here we go. Another episode of What We Talking About. Yo, what's going on, party people? It's your boy Gabriel back again with another edition, another week of the What We Talking About podcast. And as always, I am joined by co-creator, co-host extraordinaire, king of blackout in the building. What's going on, good sir?
I've been down so long, it look like up to me. They look up to me. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face.
Where the children at? Where the children at?
Let me turn my shit. Hold on.
Yeah.
What's good, Gabe?
Yo, what's goody, man? It's nice to see you again.
I wish I could say the same.
Man, listen. And I hear you. And before we even go any further, I want to let everybody know. Listen, everybody, every entity, every soul on this earth is allowed to have a bad day.
Yeah,
it's okay. At Finally TV and this podcast, What We Talking About podcast, it is very few and far between where we have bad days over here. You know what I'm saying? And I must apologize and at the same time thank those who watched last week's podcast. But man, I know we've done much better than that. I take responsibility for the production of that. For those who stuck through and listened to the audio, God bless your soul.
God bless you.
Next time, if you know me personally, just text me like, Gabe, this ain't it. And I'll know that it's real if you really texted me in the middle of the show talking about this ain't it. I'll know. So I do apologize. Black and I talked on it real brief in the pregame show today. So we didn't get to converse about this too much. But I want to say thank you. I appreciate y'all. We back on our bullshit. We here. We talking that. Our audio sounds great. We look like $1 million. So we back. You know what I'm saying? And with that said, I want to say shout out to everybody over at Blaze 'em Up Radio. You know what I'm saying? Blaze 'em Up Radio, rocking this every Tuesday, twice on Tuesdays, 12 and 7 p.m., just to get it in the right way. So if you want to catch the replay, Blaze 'em Up Radio. If you listen on Blaze 'em Up Radio right now, shout out to you. Hit the follow on Instagram. Let's get to know each other. Let's get this whole network going. So Blackout, it's been a week since I seen you, brother. How your week been? One of those?
I'm gonna leave it right there, bro. No, man. Listen, nigga, I went to Philly this weekend. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's always a good time out there, you know. Okay. And I did that.
All right. Philly's a good time.
I did some other shit, but you know what I mean. But about primarily this week, I went to Philly. Bunch of work shit. Then I went to Philly. You know what I'm saying? God. And getting ready for this new spot, Cloud City. Over in Middletown, grand opening Friday. Pull up 7 p.m. Main Street, Cloud City.
Okay, Cloud City.
Getting ready for that.
This is a real thing.
It's a real thing. Cloud City on Friday. This Friday, 7 p.m. Pull up.
What's the vibe like? What you think it's gonna be like?
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Listen, I think it's a long time coming. Y'all know the thing about the night scene out here. It's been kind of spooky.
Grown folks scene, or what we talking about?
I mean, listen, grown folks is out there going to coyotes. We out there going to the spots that ain't for us. So like, Cloud City, nice little lounge. Go have a hookah vibe going. I think it's gonna be a really chill spot. So pull up this Friday, Cloud City, 7 p.m. Main Street, Middletown.
There it is. I like it. All right. So Philly, you know, whenever I hear Philly, I think of boxing and I think of battle rap. Did you do either one of those two things while in Philly? And cheesesteaks? Did any one of those three things happen with Blackout?
I definitely beat some box up. And then I didn't have a cheesesteak.
You did not. It wasn't beefy?
But I listened to a lot of Meek Mill.
Oh, okay.
Does that count?
Does that quantify?
Also threw some Freeway in there. Does that count?
Well, yeah. Now that you said Freeway,
all right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Shout out to everybody who's up in here. Do me a favor, hit that like button for me. They tell me it does something to the algorithm as the likes go up. So hit the comments. Let me know you up in here. Let's see who's in here. Let's say what's up to Loic. I see you, bro. I see NHO Bravo's back in the building. We got my boy Jay Arroyo. We got Bunky in the building. Man, we got Rec Boy Shot. We got a lot of cool people in the building, in the studio with the Rec Boys tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. So last week, Bravo said, maybe a couple weeks ago, Bravo said I'm outside, bro, to hit me up, right? Y'all niggas got phones. All y'all niggas owe me a drink. So pull up, tap in, be like, yo, Black, I'm finna pull up to your town. And I'm with all the shits. Y'all be acting up. So come outside. Jay, your ass be all over the place. You gonna be in M City. Pull up. Hit me up. Come have a drink with your boy. I'm really like that. Pull up on me.
There it is. I had not physically seen NHO Bravo since the Voice of the Valley 2 showcase. That's the last time I seen Bravo in person. And I respected him so much because if you remember, he was sick.
Yeah, I remember.
And he still pulled up, man, he did it too, man. I was like, yo, you go first if you want to get going. You know, I feel you, bro. I just appreciate that he showed up, man. He could have just went there, shook my hand, and left, and I would have been happy because I seen the condition he was in. True warrior right there, NHO Bravo.
So this past weekend, I was in Philly on bullshit, right? Because look, we gotta get to the essence, right? I was in Philly on bullshit, which is cool. Sometimes you need to be like that. The real question is, what was you doing? I don't want to hear none of this PC shit. Like, what the fuck was you on, bro?
I was I took a trip down to the down to my dealer.
What happened?
And I started copping bags of the stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know how somebody's really in the house, nigga? Listen to Gabe talk right now. Gabe, go ahead, finish it. Yo, give yourself the one shot. Finish it in the house.
So,
but I copped some.
So what was going on? Was
go ahead.
They said, yo, if you come down now and grab it, we'll get instead of 3, we'll give you 5 for that 10. You know what I'm saying?
Give you 5 what, Gabe?
5 bags.
5 bags of what?
I'm saying.
No, you're not saying that.
No, so
5 bags of what?
I'm saying I went. All right. I went. I'm trying to tell the story. You know what I'm saying? And
tell the story.
So I figured, yo, you know what? Like, if it's gonna be like that, 5 to 10, then yo, let me get like 45 of them joints. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, 45. I said, yo, 45 would get it done. You know what I'm saying?
45 what, bro?
So I loaded up the whip.
You hold up.
But I had to make 3 trips, bro.
Kitty
That's
litter.
how real this was.
Kitty litter, dog food.
3 trips.
I'm
bro.
good.
But yo, let me tell you, bro.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you, bro. About mid-May. You
got the nicest yard in the neighborhood?
Got the nicest yard in the neighborhood.
I already
with
know.
The mulch. You know what I'm saying?
Know.
I got the black mulch.
This is terrible.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yo, shout out to everybody who got the black mulch on sale for the 5 for 10. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all.
All right.
I'm with you. I feel you. I feel you. Right, Angie? Yo, what's up,
My bad, y'all. So, like, this weekend, I was on bullshit. And Gabe was out buying mulch. Could we be more different? Like, what's... You promised me this year you was going to be outside more. What's happening?
I'm out, bro.
You outside in the yard, nigga?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
outside like a motherfucker. I've never been more outside.
Oh
you know
my
what
God!
I'm saying?
All right,
bro. You know how many trips I had to make with a Subaru Impreza to get 45 bags of mulch? Come on, son. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the clown car.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Snowstorms and massages. Okay, so yeah, Angie's right though. I'll give you a little insight since she blew me up anyway. Went and caught that nice massage. You know what I'm saying?
Who was massaging you?
I went to a Hand and Stone. Shout out to Hand and Stone. I would love a sponsorship.
Okay.
It was yes.
Okay, we podcasting.
What? So you want me to say? I went to Himun Chow and over there on the fucking feel good massage, and you want me to tell you a story about how Lisa was trying to touch my pecker? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna show you how to start to play. I'd be like, yo, gay, who massaged you? And you'd be like, not my wife. And then we all like, ooh, now we intrigued. Then you tell the story, and then we find out, you know, it was a reputable business.
It was Sarah.
Yeah. All right. Back this pod shit, y'all.
What up, Vanessa? Angie in the building. Jay Royal says Max is on Germantown Road with Kevin Hart in the building. Super delicious. I think he's talking about Philly. That's a Philly reference right there.
So is we talking about the white Mount Rushmore of hip hop?
The white Mount Rushmore of hip hop.
Yeah, I know you. Did you see that over the weekend? I
did not. I was buying mulch all weekend, bro. 45 back.
Jesus. So there's this infographic going around of this Facebook user who posted an actual picture that he made of the white Mount Rushmore. Would you like to hear who's on it?
Sure. Eminem and who else?
Okay. If you had to guess, and no redos, just give me the next three. Go. Just go.
One of them dudes from the Beastie Boys.
Yep, keep going.
Maybe MC Search.
Keep going. That should too. One more.
Don't
think about it. Just say it.
Damn, white MC. They're gonna like do something stupid like Everlast or something, but it can't be him. Anyway, who is it?
Here's the white Mount Rushmore. And once again, it's a nice little infographic. It's all nice. It is Eminem, of course. It is Mac Miller.
Mac, okay.
It is Paul Wall.
Okay.
And it's Russ.
Russ? Oh shit.
So the internet been in a frenzy about this fucking Mount Rushmore. Can we talk about the white Mount Rushmore? Huh?
Jay Royal, do you think MC Search would deserve a consideration? I kind of
was specifically about rappers. Because there was a bunch of questions going around in this conversation, but this is just
JB Wild.
the best rappers. So, Gabe, what is your thought when I give you those four?
I could see the Mac Miller thing, because he was very, very popular. He was very successful. He was, he was a rapper. Put words together for sure. The other ones, I'm not so. I mean, they're going to Russ because he's white and he's done crazy viral things on the internet and with his music and such. I don't know if it constitutes him being like the greatest white rapper, though. I don't even know, man. What does your list look like? Because you've been giving a little thought to this.
I'm not mad at this list, dog. I think
MGK.
the Paul. Yo, hold up. I'm on my list is probably M. The Beastie Boys.
One of them, Mikey D.
No, I'm just giving them as a collective. I'm not doing that singular shit. It's the Beastie Boys.
Okay.
You got to give them their respect. Believe it or not, I'm not upset with Paul Wall. I actually think he's very successful. I think it makes a lot of sense for what he did for Southern hip hop rap, and the role that he played there. So I'm not mad at that. I think the fourth slot I've been kind of going back and forth on. You could talk me into MGK because I don't subscribe to the logic is white when the conversation suits us. Right? He's trying to be a mixed person. If Logic was white, I would put Logic. But since Logic is claiming to be a mixed man, he is. I don't mean it in a funny way.
Right. He is.
And then I'm gonna go with Machine Gun Kelly.
So
what do you think about that?
I have to. I gotta give this some thought, man. I need a car ride with this. To answer my boy Rock's Kitchen. Who
Russ
is
is
Russ?
nice.
Russ is a like. Are we calling him straight rapper? Like I feel like he's more freaky, like
sure,
like flow rider ish, maybe.
Sure. All right. How about this? Is G-Eazy a rapper? Like, yeah, he's just a white dude that raps and kind of dabbles in like pop sounds.
Yeah. I love G-Eazy though. There will be no G-Eazy slander on this show.
Now, here's what I will say. The biggest thing that came up in the conversation was where does Post Malone fit? And we've discussed his candidacy when we talked about the greatest 50 hip hop artists of all time.
Right.
About how, granted, his first 4 albums are all they're rap albums.
Right.
And he's got 2 diamond records.
Right.
He's got ridiculous, understanding that his fan base is wide, but that it is what it is. So if you look at his body of work, even though he's in country and pop and is kind of pivoted away from hip hop, does he not belong there? Considering that his competition is really nothing. Like, who else do you even put in this conversation? I keep sharing Millie's, but Millie's is more a regional rapper. Niggas don't know Millie's.
What about
Vanilla Ice? Doesn't count. He got 2 songs. Like, Let's Stop.
Yeah.
Ice Baby. And if I asked you the second one, you wouldn't know until I said the Go Ninja Turtle rap.
Right.
Which is probably his second biggest song, which is sad.
Like defining white for Jay Arroyo, my thing would be like there's no brown or black like ethnicity in the bloodline, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I would define it, right? What?
Sorry, gang. So Santora hit on something really good. NF. I think NF is probably the best rapper out of all of them outside of Eminem. He just doesn't get it because the kind of music that he makes.
Got one. I know who my fourth is.
So nice.
Down.
Go ahead.
Who I got, hands
who
down.
Who you got?
I know who I got. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. Chris Webby is my number 4.
Okay.
Period.
Every time I keep trying to make this show something, y'all see what Gabe do to me, right?
Yo,
so matter of fact, Blind Fury.
NF is dope. Blind Fury's dope too.
106 in Park. 106 in Park legend.
Yep.
Right.
Blind Fury. Yep.
Blind Fury. Yeah. 106 in Park legend. But look, we're talking about like hip hop career, mainstream hip hop.
I know
people that put in work.
Mentioning though, I love that he mentioned them here.
Do you think Posty deserves to be in this top 4?
No, because he didn't make our list either, right?
He did. Well, I think we kept them off because we were salty.
Yeah,
but he does fit the criteria. How does he not? He has 4 straight rap albums. He's got 4.
Lil Dicky. Shout out to Master and Toro Talkin Hour podcast.
Freaky Friday. Shout out Lil Dicky.
Yo, you know who else? Shout out to CT, Chris Webby, not elite. Chris Webby's dope, Jay. Come on, man. You know who's dope out in Connecticut too? Apathy. But he's more unknown. You know what I mean?
So can
Durst.
Yo, you know what? I'm not mad at Fred. If you said Fred, that actually might be valid. I probably got him in there ahead of MGK.
I mean, if we're just talking about rap skills and being able to rap,
we're not though. We're not.
Because I was gonna say that's search all day.
We're talking about successful hip hop artists.
That's search.
And I understand that
Third Base has a whole classic album.
Fred Durst, it wouldn't be considered a rapper, but I guess he made rap songs or rap verses.
He made rap verses over rock songs. Yeah.
What about the dude from Linkin Park? The one that does the raps for them.
I mean, sure. Consideration, sure.
I mean, he's got a verse on every song. They probably got like 10 top 10s.
Well, that's why I'm not hating on him. I think he can get some consideration. There's nothing wrong with him being talked about in that discussion. Because I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, when you first hit me with that, like, I kind of struggled to like bring up all the white rappers that I know. It's kind of like
it takes a while. Yeah,
you know, because I don't think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? I start thinking about like who's dope, and I'm trying to stop at like a white dude or girl. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's different. Yo, hit that like for me, party people. There's like 13, 15 of y'all across all these platforms. Hit that like for me, y'all.
Let me ask you this. Absolutely.
Let me ask you this question. How about Big K? Big K would be on the list if it was about any type of rapping.
There's a lot of white female rappers. What about Iggy?
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't she on this list?
Because why would she be? But okay.
Why wouldn't she?
I mean, because of her success.
She got 3 top 10s. That's
I mean,
probably that's more than 2 of the niggas on this list.
I know. So what is the criteria for this?
It's just like we did with the best rappers of all time list when we took talent, discography, all that shit and put it together. Best career. It's the Hall of Fame awards. Who's
best
the 4?
career?
Yeah, best career.
That's why they put Russ on there.
Sure.
Because Russ made something out of nothing.
So who's your 4? And if we really struggling for the 4th,
mm-hmm.
you don't think that Iggy deserves to be on this list?
If I was struggling for a 4th,
I'm asking. It's a conversation.
I mean, if she's in the consideration, yeah. I mean, put her in the consideration if you want, but like, I don't think I'll struggle so much with the 4th that I can't get to that I'll get to Iggy though. Okay, what other white girl like raps like that I'm not remembering or aware of?
What's your girl from Wildin' Out? What's her name again? I know what I'm talking about. She's a rapper. Cray Sean. And then there's what's her name? Bad Baby.
Mm-hmm.
And the other girl, Alabama Barker.
Mm-hmm.
These white girls that rap.
These are all no's for me, by the way.
I'm just letting you ask me a question, right?
Yeah.
There's Lotto.
Lotto's white.
Her mama's white, yeah.
I mean, but if a Logic don't count for this,
well, I'm just putting it out there in the air. However you want to look at it.
You gave me criteria. I'm trying to follow the criteria, and you also specifically told me no Logic because of that.
I said I wouldn't do Logic.
I hope not.
Justine the Sky. Like exactly. Justine the Sky is kind of nice. No Bubba Sparks. That nigga got 2 records. Y'all got to stop. Give me y'all give me the real Mount Rushmore white folks. We got Eminem, right? And I think we got the Beastie Boys. I think we agree on those 2. Yeah. So give me the next 2. And I'm saying dead ass. Like I don't think Paul Wall is a bad choice, but I'm open to discussion. I'm open.
If we're talking about career, I think it's hard to ignore Paul Wall because I'm aware of him and I don't even like his music. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know.
Mac Miller, I'm also not mad at either. Oh, is he getting the posthumous boost, or was his discography really that impactful? Because I would say I think some people would feel that way. And no, don't y'all say Asher Roth either. I love college. Like leave that shit alone. Come on now. Gabe, would you say Mac Miller number 3?
It's hard. It's hard for me. Yeah, because like for me, I'm looking at him and Paul Wall, and I'm trying to figure out who I would want there. You know what I'm saying?
It's 2 spots. They both can't exist.
They could. I'm just trying to see how I decipher. I consider Paul Wall straight up rapper. Is Mac Miller a rapper?
He was, yeah, until his last album. Yeah, he absolutely was.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could go there. I guess if Mac Miller, Paul Wall.
That's your list. Mac Miller, Paul Wall, Beastie Boys, Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what I'm at too. Comments, what y'all think? Give me. Is we tripping? You can't. Come on, Santoro. Jack Harlow, stop it. Stop. He started last week. Stop it.
No, listen to me. Jack Harlow, to me, it came up in a discussion on a podcast somewhere. But Jack Harlow, to me, is the epitome of an industry plant. Like I
disagree.
You do?
Yeah, but tell me why you think that though.
Because I feel like he absolutely just came out of nowhere and was placed on like playlists, and from those playlists, he just went from there. It was like all marketing dollars put him on everything. All of a sudden, he's in commercials and shit. His music, huh?
That's not even true remotely, though. What happened?
Why you say that?
He went viral.
Shane, they said that Logic won't count because he's mixed.
Yeah, Logic doesn't consider himself to be a white rapper. He's a mixed race man.
And Post Malone, we can't agree if he's a rapper or not.
I wait, hold up. For me, there's no question that he's a rapper. He was a rapper. He has 4 rap albums.
Right.
He has 2 diamond songs. He has the most streamed song of all time. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, he's a rapper, but I'm willing to leave him off for the sake of conversation. Though I don't see how he's not a rapper. He's not a rapper today.
I'll take Jack over a lot of these names for real. So tell me, you were gonna tell me about Jack Harlow and how he's the greatest.
He went viral, Gabe. He wasn't a plan. He went viral. Just like Bieber went viral. Just like a lot of these kids go viral with these songs. Just like Glorilla went viral. Just like Sexy Red went viral. They didn't. He wasn't planning it. He went viral with what's popping.
You don't think that the plan was part of the viralness?
No, he went viral from TikTok. Like if you on it, then you know what's happening. He went viral from. He was a regular. He went viral from TikTok. Now he was already with drama, and I think the idea was to craft the sound. So if you want to, but a lot of these niggas that do this, are already trying to get in. So yeah, he got the playbook about going viral, making something catchy, and they did that.
I hear you. Shout out. Yeah. Shout out to Shane Simmons. Post Malone is an entertainer for sure. Yo, so speaking now on this topic, one thing I got written down. A list came out about posse cuts. 4 or more people, got to be from different factions and all that, like a true posse cut, right? So like Wu-Tang songs wouldn't really count because they're all Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? It was an interesting top of that list, and I'm curious if posed the question, what posse cuts resonate with you right away that you would want to put on like a list of top posse cuts ever?
I would come back to next week, this topic, because it's so many of these songs as camp songs in my head. I'd start naming like Rough Rider shit and things like that, which are not actual posse cuts by definition. Right. So if we could put a pin in it, I'll come back to it because I can't do it off the top of my head.
So the top 5 had like songs like All About the Benjamins in it. I'm trying to think of the other ones, but it's an interesting little topic.
So let's put together our list and come back to it.
All right, so let's do that. No Love for Action Bronson. I forgot about Action.
I like Action Bronson, but once again, like he don't got no mainstream career. Meaning dope. In comparison to what we're talking about here, right? Like I don't mean nobody.
He's dope.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna table this posse cuts, but think about that.
Bring it back up. Yeah.
All right.
So that's our white Mount Rushmore. We are in agreement. The only change you're making from the viral post is taking out Russ, and you're putting in.
Was it Paul Wall?
He's already
Beastie Boys.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
Lock it in, y'all. White people Mount Rushmore. Y'all real sad at the number 2.
Yes. Shout out to House of Barbers. You already know. Visit Sal up there by Marist College, Route 9, Poughkeepsie, New York. House of Barbers. Check them out. Man, I got a bunch of things. One thing we didn't talk about that happened to us in the last week, that happened to all of us. The fuck? Did you wake up on Saturday? Like, where the fuck? Was you in New York when you woke up on Saturday and it was snowing?
I'm aware that there was snow in New York on Saturday.
But you was away by that time?
Yo, stop. Come on, bro. Stop.
Damn, stop. Bro. Yo, I want to just say Mother Nature's bugging. The earth is not happy with us, and we need to treat her better because it was snowing on April 12th. Is that? Nah, man. Anyway, I literally wrote that down. It snowed Saturday. What the Yo, tax day. It's tax day, y'all.
Jesus Christ. Yo, Gabe.
It's tax day.
Nobody on this show does taxes. We all break the law.
No, we do not. We are law-abiding citizens up in this bitch.
Yo, Santoro said Gorilla Nims. Shout out to Gorilla Nims. I forgot about him. Bing bong. But no, he's nowhere near this list.
Because they don't have the success that the other ones have. You know what I'm saying? Like, then the impact is crazy.
But what sparks over Gorilla Nims every day? Twice on Sunday.
Really?
Come on.
Nah.
Are you serious?
For me to listen to, you mean? Or you just saying for career?
You forgot about Bubba.
What up, Chris?
You forgot about Muddy Waters. You forgot about I gotta find a way. Find a way.
Yo, Nems is too fun with it, man. Northern 845, wake up to like 2.5 inches. Whoa, that's a fact, man. That's a fact, man.
Shit.
Yo, my boy Chris, other half of the Rec Boys in the building. What's going on, good sir? Man, listen.
What else you have on the list, though? Go ahead.
Are these tariffs affecting us yet? Am I like feeling the effect of any type of tariffs right now? Because there was a lot of talk about tariffs in the last couple of weeks and how it's going to ruin my life. Am I secretly being tariffed myself right now? Am I paying more for something I don't even realize it? What's happening? Put us on. You know something? I know you know something.
Nothing yet. It just started. We ain't feeling that.
Listen, not yet.
Nah.
You know, they talking a little bit more about the Nintendo Switch coming out now. They're talking a little bit more openly about it. It might actually happen at the price point that we was thinking it was going to be at, which would be nice. Y'all into the Switch out there? I want to know. This is my first time. I haven't been with Nintendo in over a decade, maybe 2 decades since Super Nintendo. I haven't had a Nintendo.
It's like 30 years, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, like, you know what? That's a lie. I had the Wii. So that's Nintendo. But I just had that one game though. I like the sports shit. It's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Once again, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all.
What up, Rock? Found out. Well, I knew already that China. Nah. Word.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yo, shout out to Brian Sable out there. I know you be listening.
Yeah.
Listen. Yo,
yeah.
Drake's on the comeback, brother.
What does that mean?
Drake coming back. Drake's back in the back. He's back on the radio. He's back. He's gonna do an interview soon, I'm hearing. He want to do some celebrity boxing.
He's on what? What's he on?
What do you mean? He's on the radio.
What's that?
What are you saying? Listen.
What are you saying, bro?
Just because I've been around the sun more times than you doesn't mean you don't know what a radio is, right?
All right,
he's on the radio again. Your boy. You must be happy though. This is like your king, your Messiah. He's back.
All right, don't ever, dog.
Isn't that your Messiah? You know,
don't fucking ever.
Listen, he loves you and you love him. All right.
All right. What's the point that you're trying to make?
My point trying to make is that Drake want a celebrity box somebody. Would you rather see him box?
What is this? What do you?
Okay. I want to know if Drake, Canada boy, was to box somebody for pay-per-view, would you want to see that? And would you want it to be Kendrick or somebody else? I think I want to see him fight K-Dot. Fuck it. Let's do it. In LA.
All right. Once I tell you Kendrick or K-Dot, what is the conversation that we're having around this?
I'm going to tell you in a second.
Go ahead. Shoot your shit.
No, go ahead.
No, get your. I just told you, sir. K-Dot. Now get your ISO on. Where do we go from there? Once I say that.
Well, I only bring that up to say, he's back on UMG's ads on his record label. He's out here suing them now. He got more shit. Now he's talking about that they shadow banned him and they were responsible for shadow banning him. It's turning into quite the little soap opera now with Drake and his record label, which brought up a thing about Drake's dominance over the last, whatever it was, the 15-year run that he had that was crazy. And it brought up an interesting thing about decades and then favorite decades. So for me, I always find it hard to stray away and say that, the 90s for me I think is the pinnacle of it all, But I was listening to some younger folks talk, and there seems to be this heavy opinion out there that 2010 to 20 is like one of the best decades for hip hop. To that, hearing me say that, to that you say what? Do you agree with that? That 2010 to 20 was better than the 90s?
No, it's just generational. So the comment, it's a pointless argument to have with anybody when you talk about a divide that's based on generation at a time.
Right.
So, yeah, my decade is the best decade is the one that I grew up in, just like it would be for anybody else.
Right. And I think that's really what it comes down to, is that right there. Like, when did you come up? And I wonder, like, are there people out there though that are like me but agree? Like, nah, for me it was 11 to 20 or whatever. That's the time. They got to be people out there that feel that way. I feel like I feel like people like what's dude's name on the show? Ice. Like he would feel that way. He'd be like, nah, I like this shit now that they run in instead of the shit from back in the day. So I think there is a person out there, a lid for every pot. My daughter Talkin, doing an egg hunt. I had to tell her hell no. Yo, shout out to everybody with the families out there doing your thing and holding it down. What else is going on? You tell me, brother, what you got on your list. I know you got a list in front of you. Rolex for 200, the same as 30K. Damn, that's that's tariffs. What's going on, Black?
All right, y'all with me right quick. Let me get my phone right. Okay. Gabe, did you ever watch Pop the Balloon or Love?
No, I'm just aware of it.
You're aware of it. I think everybody in here, y'all all aware of Pop the Balloon or Find Love.
Right. It's like a live like dating show, right?
Well, it wasn't.
Okay.
Until Netflix swooped in last week and went on the air.
Right.
It wasn't. You know what Pop the Balloon was? Pop the Balloon was black people wrote other black people under the guise of seeing if they found them attractive or not.
Okay.
The entire show is a roast session. It's a cook session.
Okay.
Why you pop that balloon? Is they your type? Nah, I don't like her mouth. Nah, I don't like her hair. Nah, I don't like how you talk. Nah, that shirt too medium. Like, it's basically a roast session disguised as a dating show. Fair enough.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm assuming because you wasn't in tune with it that you did not go to Netflix and watch episode number 1.
I did not. What happened there?
Yo, people, did y'all go watch episode number 1? If you didn't, let me tell you what happened with this black show about black people under the guise of finding love, roasting each other. Gabe, what do you think happened when Netflix got the rights to the show and made it the show? What did you think we saw in episode 1? If you just had to guess, by the way I described what the show has been on the internet.
What I would assume it to be that.
What do you assume they did to it based on what I described it as being before they got a hold of it? If it was a black show about roasting people under the guise of love, what did Netflix do with
it? I'm sure they made it inclusive in some way, shape, or form. Would be my assumption.
Do you think I'd be mad at inclusivity?
I don't think so, but you could really change a whole program up.
I would not be mad at being inclusive. You know what I am mad about?
What? Racist?
That show was all white people.
Oh.
It's not the same show. Not only is it all white people, they got the nerve to bring Johnny Bananas from Real World Road Rules, the Challenge fame, up here. And he called a black lady a monkey.
Oh, I heard about this. Talking about hanging from the tree or something. And
let me get this ISO right quick. I know his name is Bananas, like in for real life, but he can't get the monkey shit off against our queens. Check this out, y'all. Y'all don't understand what made the show work. It's not a dating show. It's black people being black, roasting other black people. That's the hilarity. When you take the sauce out of the show, it is no longer the show. It's over. Gabe, I'm not watching this no more. I feel like the whole internet is off of this. I feel like this girl, shout out to her and her husband. Y'all got the major bag. I'm not mad at Netflix for going and trying to scoop this up. Cultural phenomenon. Everybody and their mama ripping the show concept off. Everybody was doing it. Not mad at it. But this is not a dating show. It's not about finding fucking love. It's about, what that motherfucker gonna say?
Right. So they ruined the show.
They fucking ruined it because they don't understand what made it the show.
Yeah, they ruined the show. We talking about Pop the Balloon on Netflix, how it came out and was a different look to the show.
We can't have shit. They got my girl Orgy up there from Insecure. She's the host. I'm down with that. The chick who's who claims to be a 41-year-old virgin.
Okay. All right.
Which, whatever.
Hey.
Each their own. Yep. So she's the host. That's fire. But this is not some all-inclusive dating show type of shit. That's not why we watch. There's 1,000 dating shows on the internet. This shit is funny because niggas be roasting each other. And that's not something that really works with non-black people.
Right.
That is a black culture thing. Right. The roasting people. Right. The way that we do it. This is not right, Gabe. This is not a comedian doing stand-up. It's a different kind of comedy.
Nah, it's lunchroom shit.
It's lunchroom shit.
Yep, front of the stoop shit. You know.
So get your bag, king and queen. But this show is done. It's done. It's fucking done. They're gonna try to save it too, but it's done.
It was on the watch this up next for you list. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I'm good at that.
I don't blame you.
Like Rocky said, we can't have shit.
Listen, yo, BBLs are crazy, bro. People need to stop. They need to stop.
No, you know what?
Shit is weird now, bro. It looked like you wearing a diaper now. Like, stop. This shit is bad, bro. I've seen some chick today, man. Like,
you should go.
What is that? Stop.
It's a nasty butt. Like, let's talk about bad BBL since we on that topic. That's what we doing.
I'm just saying they need to stop. It's crazy out here.
Keisha Cole, like she was wearing a gray sumo wrestler bottom.
Poor Keisha Cole.
She looked a fucking mess. Yo, she got a nasty BBL. It don't look good on her. You know who else got the trash BBL? Spice. Ooh. You know Spice, the Jamaican artist? Her BBL is nasty, super nasty.
I never took notice. She has like
super nasty.
Oh, that's not good.
Obviously, Little Kim got the trash BBL. She looked fucking ridiculous. She looked ridiculous, dog. She looked like she gonna just float the fuck away. And she stepped out the car, just float. She like a Macy's Day Parade blimp, nigga. She looks horrible, son. Pack her up. Pack Lil Kim up. Fucking horrible.
Oh man.
I think we talked about this sort of last season, but it's over for the BBLs, right? Like we really don't want that shit.
I hope, but I'm seeing I don't know if they're just like they got them last year and I'm just seeing them now because they coming outside and shit now. You know, like shit healed up, bro. There's a lot out here, bro. And yo, not for nothing, I'm seeing a lot of like Dominican chicks with it, like a lot,
because the surgery is like $8 over there,
bro. Like what the? So anyway, my mind's been everywhere, but I also saw this thing, and it was 2 men and 2 women.
Okay, that's math. Okay,
right. So 2 men, 2 women, 2 were heterosexual, 2 were homosexual.
Which 2 were homosexual?
And one of each, right?
Okay.
And they were discussing polygamy versus monogamy, and they were both bringing up points. 3 of them said monogamy, and 1 was with the polygamy. And
who was polygamous? Which orientation?
The gay girl was down with polygamy.
Gay girl,
and
that's lit, by the way.
Right. So it was interesting because, like, you know, in the States, and the point she made, she's like, the only reason why you guys feel so strongly about this is because it's just the way it's been for you. You've never seen another part of the world where this isn't a thing. You know what I mean? And it gave me, like, I'm sitting there thinking about it. And shout out to my wife, Angie. She's the queen of everything. I want nothing different. But you start thinking about, like, other cultures and, like, what that looked like and everything. Have you ever given thought to polygamy and monogamy? And if you could do one, would you prefer, like, because most men I think say, oh, I want a man girl, yeah, I want polygamy, but you know, a lot comes with that though. A lot comes with that.
So we already know that at the end of a couple episodes ago, Vanessa said I look like a polygamist, which was very hurtful. She said I look like Neo. I look like Neo. Very hurtful.
Shout out Vanessa.
It's very hurtful. It's very hurtful. It's not okay. It's not okay. We're gonna do something beautiful with the country. Beautiful. And a man beautiful. And a woman.
It's the best ever that we've ever done. It'll be better than anyone has ever thought about doing. And we've executed it.
I've thought about this through the lens of a non-conforming person, not saying me. I've thought about this topic through the lens of a non-conforming person. So the idea of monogamy is faith-based. It's not even a cultural thing. It's faith-based. It's
okay.
Christianity. I'm not saying no other religions have this because sometimes I get in trouble. But Christianity, which America is founded on as a core principle, dictates this monogamous, heterosexual, male-woman, one-partner relationship. And if you really think about that, imagine My last preface. I'm sorry, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having the conversation. We potting. I'm not saying that these are my thoughts. We're having the conversation. We just potting.
Right.
I'm not saying that these are my thoughts.
Right.
Okay. So imagine if you don't subscribe to Christianity. Then what would urge you to live a monogamous lifestyle as an example? So like in lots of other cultures, people take multiple wives. In other cultures, there's cultures where you don't even get married. You just fucking go be fruitful and multiply and keep it pushing. In the wild, very few species actually stay with the same mate. Actually, there are some. I said very few. That's why I said very few. I know that there are some, but there's most of them don't.
Right.
And actually, it's everybody want the biggest dick. You know what I mean? Pardon, no pardon. Like strongest lion, the biggest ape. You want that nigga because you want some genes.
Survival of the fittest. That's what it comes
Survival of
down
the fittest. So one ape, one lion in the pride will have all the females on them.
Right.
And all the other niggas is workers. So like, if you look at the animal kingdom, you look at society, you look at the world as a whole. I'm not saying right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm saying if you don't subscribe to that faith, then what is compelling you to try to find a singular partner and to be with them forever? And if you took that off the table, that Christianity dictates it should be this way, what is the number 2 reason people split up in the world?
Cheating.
Number 1 is money, by the way. Number 2 is cheating.
Yeah.
So if that's not a thing, because we're all wired, this is biology. Right. We're wired to hump and procreate. It's in our DNA to do so. That's how we maintain the species, like an animal. So the construct of monogamy is literally a confinement, a change in how you're wired chemically to make you do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just stating a fact. The science. We're wired that anything that gets shaken, we want to get bacon. So with all that said, Gabe, yes, I thought about it, and I thought it was interesting.
It is.
Monogamy is a faith-based concept. It is not a cultural one. It is faith-based. And if you don't subscribe to that faith, then why would you follow it in the first place? What are your thoughts?
I have like such a wide range of perspective on it, like because I have my own like life, right, and what I've known to be, and you fall in love, and which happened for me, thankfully, you know what I'm saying, and you find that one and you get married, you just with that person and you just do everything with that person, procreate the whole nine, right? And I'm with it because I'm doing it, right? I'm here. And I think about the polygamous style, and it's like what I was saying before, like I think guys, you kind of think with your dick a lot, so then you're like, I want polygamy because I could just have all these, but it really ain't that easy. And like there are cultures out there where polygamy is a thing, and that's how it goes, but it's like there's like rules to the shit, what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if you got your first wife, and you got your 2 kids and everything's stable, only until it's stable and they're well can you go ahead and start a new situation.
It's about supporting those that you have already, and then can you
and like before you do the next the second wife, I guess they would call it, like you got to have the crib all ready to go, and like and be able to provide right there and then as soon as you say, yo, I want this. So like there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that, and like you kind of joked around about it, but yo, shout out Angie, it's a
fucking headache.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need more than one, bro. Nah, bro, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Angie gonna rock with me. We're gonna do this thing, and that's it, man. I could not imagine dealing with another one. Like, no. Okay. Shout out Angie. Okay.
So let's add the sauce, because I'm trying to get away from the safe takes.
Yeah,
we potted.
That's it.
Angie, I love you. We potted. Yo, Gabe.
What?
So Angie comes to you one day and says, I'm with the shits.
Okay.
Let's spice it up. Let's add the sauce. Outside of the nature of your mind state right now, meaning like this is how you're wired to be. Is it the thought of doing something different that would not? I don't put words in your mouth. What is your response to that? If your partner, because what's happening right now is there's this bigger conversation around, oh boy, what's the word? What's the term?
Threesome.
No, not necessarily. It's not about threesomes. It's
stuff?
yes. There's cucking, and they're calling it cuck queen.
Right.
Where men fantasize about women, their woman, being pleasured by a different man, and they want to be a voyeur in that situation.
Right. Right.
There's this idea of like, if we're not really wired to just be monogamous, and once again, your faith is not what I'm questioning. I'm questioning biology. You're wired to fucking procreate. If you've been with somebody for a long time, you've been married a long time, you've been with your partner a long time, and they come to you and say, let's add the sauce. Are you open? Your partner comes to you, says, let's add the sauce.
Partner comes to me.
Yeah.
There's so much thought that goes into that, because like what I think about is the lead up to that. Like for this partner of mine to get to that point that they're ready to ask me that, like, I need to know the rest of this equation before.
Okay. Let me give you the hypothetical then, so I can give you some bail.
Yeah.
We've been together for 20 years. I like our sex life. That's not the issue.
Okay.
But we need to change. It's kind of dull. It ain't the same. Or I'm used to it, or I want some excitement, and I think that this is the way I can achieve that. Period. Love you to death. Penis ain't bad. Sex ain't bad. Vagina ain't bad. But we need a spark. It's been a long time with the same partner.
I think just the way I am, I think I would be open to the discussion.
Okay, so we have the discussion, and your partner explains to you profusely, if we don't switch some shit up, this ain't gonna work long term. Like it's literally been 20 years of just you. Like I need to experience something different before I get too old.
Okay.
Whatever gets us to the point where it's an agreed thing that this is what they want.
Yeah.
What's up with you?
Man, I've always been like a territorial type of person with my companions. I've always been that way. So like I don't know, because like the one thing I consider is like, in a selfish way, it's like, all right, but what are we talking about? Are we talking about inviting the girl in, or are we inviting a guy in?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm with the bullshit questions. Remy says she wants some excitement. She better take out 6 Flags. Heard you. Y'all niggas are scared. Gabe, whether it's a girl or a boy, let's just go with, because you're a man, that your female partner wants to bring in another man. So this is not about your pleasure. I'm removing the agency from you and giving it to your partner. Your partner came and said, I want some new dick. Let's make it real blunt. I want some new dick. I love you to death, honey. I want some new dick. It's been 22 years of that same dick. I want to see something else. Spice up my love life. I need that.
What do I do there?
If your partner is expressing that this is what they need to keep your relationship fresh, are you indulgent?
In this hypothetical relationship that we're talking about?
Well, no, I'm asking you because you have been married. So I'm asking you, Gabe. But yes, it's a hypothetical. Yeah, but I'm asking married to Angie Gabe.
Situation.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. That has nothing to do with Angie.
Right. It's not about Angie. Yeah. But it's about your perspective as someone who's been in that relationship. Yeah.
What's my take? My take on that is, first, you want to scream, what, I'm not enough, like, what the fuck? These people been married for 50 years and they ain't never done shit. All this shit runs through my mind.
Cheated, by the way.
Huh? They definitely cheated.
50 years you cheated. I don't give a fuck what you say. You don't got to
it gotta be that way. Oh shit!
If you make it 50, the only way you stay down for 50 is if you slid off twice.
Oh shit, yo, Angie, you heard? I'm watching, yo. Get the surveillance. Yo, what the fuck?
You ain't never slid off. You ain't happy.
What the fuck?
Look, you ain't fucking happy. 50 years you did a bid, no slid off. You ain't happy. You miserable.
But you stayed there 50 years. Oh shit, man! I got a bright future. Yeah, man. I think that just generally speaking,
yeah,
I guess I would consider myself like a pleaser. Like I don't want anybody to feel a type of way around me. I want everybody to be happy, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would agree, but I could see me, honestly, I could see me agreeing and then like
keep
chilling
cooking.
and being like, nah, fuck this. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing this one. We out on this one. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when Black cuts out. When you know what I'm saying? Black's his whole computer's like is rebooting right now. Can I hear you, Black? Okay, we're gonna remove. Yeah, what's going on, people? It's me. It's your boy Gabriel. We gotta pay the bills around here because we do have sponsors around here that pay some of these bills for us. Very, very great company. You might understand who they are when I
House of Barbers right there on Route 9, 845-232-5036. House of Barbers.
You know what I'm saying? That's House of Barbers. Go see my boy Sal, man. You already know what it is. Let's see. My man bought a $10,000 laptop, has $1 million fucking IT job.
Clearly, you didn't hear what I said. I said keep cooking. If you must know, I had to do something off camera. My camera didn't freeze. I said, Gabe, keep cooking right quick, and I took my camera off.
Oh, I thought you said I'm out. My shit broke. You know what I'm saying?
So your point of the conversation was you ain't got it in you to do what your partner needs to be happy.
Yeah, probably not. Not to that. I think at the end of the day, I would agree. And then when it was about to happen, I probably would be like, nah, fuck it. And be mad that you needed more than me.
You know that the end result, let's just say in this scenario where the person's adamant about their needs, the end result is she go get the new dick anyway. She just doesn't come back home to you. And you're okay with that after 25 plus years. Think about what I'm saying, bro.
I mean, think about what you're saying.
Yeah, it's deuces. You need some new dick? It's deuces.
I guess. If it's that important. I mean, because I can tell you that
talk about it.
These long-term relationships that people get into rarely is sex the gel.
Ooh.
It's everything else that's the gel. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I think that's what gives it a little like the solid foundation type of stuff, So like I've said it to you before, like having like a tag team partner in life is like clutch sometimes, and it's like, and I think it's those qualities that end up trumping everything else. So like, so that's why I say, like, in a hypothetical situation, I'm with somebody and then they come to me with all that. I'll tell you that I would probably agree. Chances are I agree. Cool, let's do it. And I'm keying, ha-haing until he's about to, like, she gets on her knees in front of him, like,
until Tyrone pulls it out.
Yeah, and then she got the shadow across her face. Nah, son, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this ain't. I can't. Just go ahead and do you, boo. I'm gonna go find Cindy. Where's Cindy at or something? You know what I'm saying? You go have fun in here.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. Ain't shit you can do with Cindy. That's gonna make you stop thinking about what Tyrone was doing to your queen. He is fucking her shit up. It's a bad time when you come back, Gabe.
Hopefully she ain't have a good time. I hope.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I hope he farted. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What about you? You get approached. You get with your girl.
Yeah. Same exact scenario.
Yeah, same exact scenario. Except I won't put the 20 years on you've been with a chick pretty hardcore. It's been like 3 years now.
Oh, nah.
Everything's been solid.
Nah, you a dub. You for the streets.
You a dub.
No, you for the streets.
Oh, okay. You for the streets. Okay.
In 3 years, you like, I need some new. You for the streets.
Oh, okay.
I don't think this scenario works with like short. And I'm not saying 3 is short. I'm just saying like 3 years. I ain't even had you in every position imaginable yet. Like, I can still hang you from the chandelier. That pretzel I've been trying to get you in can still happen. You know what I mean? So 3 years, right. Dude, I need some new dick, babe. You for the streets.
Okay. I think that.
The conversation was being had in multiple circles this past week. And I think for me, like 15 is a threshold. And just in my mind, as somebody who's never been with somebody 15 years, a long fucking time. To me, it's like the threshold. You know, I almost got a decade in the threshold, 15. Like if let's say you did 25 to 40, and you like, yo, I'm hitting middle age.
Mm-hmm.
I only remember the last time I orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't do that. I just need to get that off before I head into my 50s or some shit. I guess I could kind of feel it. Now, how we would make that happen, you know what I mean, would be a discussion. But I guess I would kind of understand. And I would say so without making it about me. Right? I would try to understand where it's coming from. So I think one of the conversations was about if you've been with a partner a long time, at the same time, you lack experience with other partners. So people that have gotten together super young. I was 19 when we got together. And you all I know for the last 20 years. I kind of understand the curiosity. Like before I get fucking washed up outside, I want to see if Tyrone gonna do damage. Like I want to know. So I don't think I think the curiosity in the specific situation, I can understand the request and not take it personal. I mean, I won't like it.
Huh?
I wouldn't like it, but I understand.
So try to put yourself in the same scenario, right? So you have the conversation, you know, this ain't shit if you don't let me do this.
Sure.
You tell her
I gave you my answer. Yes? You said 3 years.
Yeah. No.
For the streets.
No, I know that. No, I'm saying a long term, the 15-year joint now. What do you think you would do? Do you think you would say yes?
How old are we at the time of the request?
You could be my age. Call it. She's 42 and you're 48.
And we got 15 in.
Come on, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let me get it in.
Did she have kids before me?
Nope.
So
your
she
kids
had no
your kids. You have kids together.
She got under 5 bodies. Well, you asking me this is my process. She got under 5 bodies.
She has
5 or less.
Yeah. I say she's right on the nose, right? 5 right there, including you.
And she just want to experience something before she get washed. That's how she phrased it.
But right, and she don't know. You know, hey, I need something different, and it might not just be one time. It's hard, man.
No. I would probably say yeah.
You would say yeah, and you would follow through.
Yeah.
I say yeah. Not
no, because once again, like I think if you get past I think 15 for me is like if you're not solid, if you're not like titanium at the 15, y'all fucked. So if my partner in 15 years, we that solid, we titanium, and it's basically about the experience. I guess I would lean back into like I don't own this person. You had sex before me. Right. I'm not saying I want to share you, but if the sole goal was to see what it's like before I get washed up because ours became too complacent. 15 years, I'm invested. And I gotta believe that our love is like this. So it's not the understanding is this is not a lie what she's bringing to the table.
Right.
Like if I felt like she was just trying to get some side dick, that's different. But if the point was actually the point, I've got 4 bodies on my jacket. I got the 14 years, I'm 42, I'm 43. I'm about to be up out of here. I just want to experience something different. I could take one for the team. I could take one for love.
Got you.
We 15 in? We 15 in, right? We 15.
15.
Yeah, I do one hall pass. It ain't going, bro, because it ain't gonna kill me. It's not gonna kill me. It ain't like she never been with nobody before. I'm not saying it's my preference. I'm saying that if it truly was what she said it was, I could do that for her. 15 years.
Let me add this little caveat.
Yeah.
Can it be anyone, or would you say, yo, nobody I know, nobody in this town? Would you put that type of parameter on?
See, I don't think your partner who's having this conversation with you is looking to go do somebody down the street. So it would have to go be some stranger from a different state.
Like go take a vacation and see what happens.
Sure. Go on a cruise and do the pineapple.
Right. There you go.
Because then, you know what I mean? Because then it kind of makes sense.
Right.
Once again, it's just about intent. So the baseline is that the intent is genuine. So if I say, yeah, you got the one pass, and you go, yeah, you know, so Ronnie every Thursday. Nah, bitch, nah. You know what I mean? You for the streets. Ronnie already been inside your wife. You just didn't know.
Listen. All the creepers out there, Jesus Louise. So speaking of making babies and all that, and that brings me to music and everything. You've been listening to anything new?
Bro, music sucks.
What's the last thing you downloaded?
What's that? Permanent residence on my devices.
Yeah, like you downloaded and spun it 3 or 4 or 2 times or whatever.
Like, does streaming it count, or does it have to be a download?
Nah, like you went back to it and ran it.
So like not downloaded, just the last thing.
Download it. Can we go download it, motherfucker? Let's go download it.
Jesus means Christ. Something different. That means something different.
I downloaded then.
Niggas don't even download music no more, bro.
You don't do it?
No. Why the fuck would I download?
Because I got a subscription to Apple Music, and I could download it for free right here. I'm gonna download this. It's gonna be on my device, and I don't need to stream it later.
I ain't giving these bitches no space in my fucking phone. You know how much space costs?
Listen.
You know how premium storage is? Like the fuck? You can't put no SD card in no iPhone. You stuck. If you got that 256, you fucked. You bring all your photos for like a decade. You already at 120 gigs.
I know it. I told
couple episodes of Severance. You fucked.
Listen. So the last thing I technically downloaded was the At the Church Steps, the deluxe edition from Jim Jones.
Yeah, you keep talking about this Jimmy album. Yeah.
But prior to that, you know, because I already had At the Church Step, but I just went back to go see what the deluxe was about. But prior to that, the last thing was the Will Smith based on a true story. That was the last thing, and then it was Infinity from Smith and Wesson, the Party Next Door joints, and the Kendrick shit. But I agree. So we talked about this, that we identified that it is not just me thinking that, you know, music just isn't it right now. It's a consensual thing around.
I didn't get that.
Whoa.
Could you try again?
Yo, Siri's out here bugging.
I will give you my last downloads. It's a hodgepodge. Mm-hmm. Some days I'm good. That Friday album.
Mm-hmm.
I went and re-downloaded Chicks Tape 5, Tory Lanez.
Okay.
I got that Central C album, Can't Rush Greatness. It's actually a pretty decent album. Mm-hmm. Got that Damian Lillard, Don Dollar Life Lately.
Okay.
Dame Lillard can rap, y'all. Like,
yeah, he can though.
He don't suck.
Yeah, no, he's good.
I got that Jordan Adetunji, that Jaguar's Dream album.
Okay, I didn't know.
I got that new. I got not brand new, but I got I've been playing some Boss Man D-Lo.
Oh, okay, yeah. Shout out to Boss Man D-Lo. Shout out to my man, the ass kicker out in Chicago. Put me onto Boss Man D-Lo. Okay, I mean,
I got some R&B, got some hip hop.
Yeah, no, that's a good mix, man. I'm not familiar with everybody that you downloaded right there, but I'm sure it's good. For me, I've been straying away from hip hop a little bit. Like I've been getting into like the Teddy Swims of the world and like just different like soulful sounds, you know?
All right, Gabe, let's talk about this, bro.
What?
You are absolutely at that age where you're gonna be like crystallized in your musical taste when it comes to the genre of your choosing.
Sure.
Don't be that guy. What the fuck you mean you like Teddy Swims? You want to talk about a plant? You want to talk about the genericest of the genericest of the Teddy Swims, dog?
I like it, man. I like it. I like the sound. It sounds good, man. It rides good, my man. Just sounds good. I like that. I like that like rough, like soulful type of voices and stuff. He does that, so resonates. It's different. It's different than listening to some hip hop and some raps and some bars and some singing and stuff, you know. So hey,
just say you like Lose Control and then just leave it right there. You like the rest of that shit for real? You like his shit?
I mean, not obviously. I don't like everything. I never like everything of everybody, but or anybody, I should say. But nah, he got that one joint, The Door. That shit is fire, man.
Teddy Swims.
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised, bro.
Like I like Jelly Roll too. He's the same. It's the same exact thing. You know what I mean? Like that. I just like that sound. I like that guitar heavy, soulful, woe is me.
You a
Fuck
victim.
you.
I get it. You've been had. You've been bamboozled, sir. You lose control?
Yeah, listen. As we move along, so technology's going crazy, bro. It's going more and more crazy, and I know, it seems so cliche to say these things, but it is true that it's kind of getting ahead of us a little bit. And movies have long predicted, or not predicted, but laid down foundations for human thought processes and what actually eventually can come about, right? Based on what you see and what you can visualize, based on your imagination. But man, they are really, really trying to do their best impression of Jurassic Park, my bro.
Yeah, bro. They brought back some fucking wolves.
Bro, the dire wolf been extinct for many, 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 many thousands of years. They brought it back. And they actually have 3 puppies, like straight up 3 puppies. You heard about this story?
Of course.
Yeah, this was so interesting to me, and it screamed fucking Jurassic Park. The one caveat to it is, and I'm sure if I go back to Jurassic Park and watch it, maybe there's some similarities, but it seems like the one thing that they were able to do with the help of AI was come up with a program, a genetics program that could like finish the loops of the genes, which to me, like on a molecular level, that's crazy to me. You want to talk about like 3D printers are crazy when you got one in the crib? To sit there and come up with a program that finishes off like the very essence of life, like that's crazy to me. And it makes me really like brace myself for what the future could bring. When you heard the story about the dire wolf coming back, and I'm sure there was so many interviews about it, what were your takeaways when you heard about it?
Humanity is fucked.
I know, it's kind of how I feel.
I think in the thought process of things that people think it's cool to think about clones and shit as an example. I got news for y'all. It's not. Let me give you some real Black Mirror type shit. And if you think in a capitalist society, which is turning into an oligarchy really, really quickly in front of us, that's the word for today, oligarchy. Y'all look it up. If you think that this isn't a real outcome, real plausible outcome of our world, you're bugging. Gabe, let's say, name a very, very attractive celebrity that most men would find attractive.
Angelina Jolie, actress.
Great. Angelina Jolie, classic, beautiful woman. Imagine that you want an Angelina Jolie, not you, Gabe, me as a person.
Right.
You want Angelina Jolie.
Right.
Of course, she won't give you the time of day. Fuck it, I clone that bitch.
Yeah, I'll make my own. We're not that far away when you start bringing back things that are extinct like that.
No, that's exactly where we are. It's not that we're even far away anymore. It's not that it's 5 years off. That's where we are. Choosing to do it with a dog as opposed to a human, it ain't that different, y'all. By the way, it's the same shit. I do you one better. Gabe, what's the perfect crime that we have in today's society? Perfect crime. Do you know what it is? The perfect crime. The one crime that people know that right now, if you do it, you're not going to jail for. It was another story in the news last week about it happening again. You don't go to jail for it, even though it's a crime. It's a bad crime.
What?
When 2 twins commit a crime together, they can't tell which one did the actual crime, so they always both get off.
Oh, shit.
There was another story in the news about the same thing happening. They know that one of them did it, but because their DNA is identical, you cannot prove which one. Therefore, you cannot
convict
either one of them when they're each other's alibi. It's the perfect crime. We have no way to solve for it yet.
That's crazy.
So these 2 brothers committed the murder last week. Was on trial last week for murder, got off because DNA is on the scene, but they alibied each other, and you can't prove which one is lying. Can't. They're identical.
Wow.
Every crime. So Gabe, you know where I'm going.
Yeah.
What's stopping me, Cloneyson, from making 2 identical children raising them to be criminals and doing what the fuck I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I mean, that's where we're at.
That's where we are.
Right. You know, it's like if it was like weird science, then it would be crazy, right? So like if you could clone somebody and clone them at where they're at right now in life, like you don't have to grow up this baby to be, you know, Morgan Freeman. You just make him and he gets like digitally like 3D printed in a fucking in a coffin printer. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
My feelings about that, while we shouldn't, Gabe, it's still life. That thing would still have a conscience. I think what creeps me out is that because we're organic material, there's no such thing as backing you up to a hard drive and then implanting your conscience in another body, because that's not you anymore. It might think like you, but it's not you. Right. I think the scary part happens when you realize that the brainstem can survive for a few minutes, detached from you. Right. And they clone themselves a new fucking body and transplant their fucking brainstem to the new person and kill that person, take over their body. Yeah. Like that shit sounds really weird, but I don't think it's that weird. I actually think that that's how they're going to go about immortality.
We've seen it in movies a million times, bro. That
nasty work. Yeah. Gabe, do you want to live forever?
Oh, great question. Great question.
I be potting, yo. I'm potting today. Live forever, bro. What's up?
I don't think I want to live forever. I want to time travel backwards to see what it was, but I don't think I want to live forever.
How long would you want to live? Like when I read the Bible and you hear about niggas living to 800, 900 years old, that seems like a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a lot of life.
I guess my fear with that, and I guess I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little bit of a pussy. Because like I guess my fear is that if I live forever, then it's like how many lives do I have to live over and over because everybody else is just mortal. You know what I'm saying? So like I gotta watch the love of my life die. It's bad enough watching the dogs die and having to get a new dog. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta watch the love of my life die and then start over with another one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so let's make it not immortality. Let's use our lifespan, but slightly extend it because you can replace all your body parts through cloning, which is where we're going, by the way. New knees, new back, all that shit.
We are going there.
So let's just say you live 90 years as is right now, normal lifespan.
Right.
And then about like year 92, 93, you're wheelchair bound. You can get another 30 years, but you really can't walk because you're so frail.
Right.
They just keeping you alive through like, yo, here's a new lung. I mean, it's only gonna last like 5 years because your body overall is weak. But here you go, here's a new lung. Right. Here's a new kidney. And you can live up to 130. But the last, let's say 20 to 25 years, you in a chair.
Right.
Does that sound like the perfect time? Because those numbers I didn't pull out of my ass. That sounds about it for me, dog. Like if I had to be prolonged, like artificially, like $120. Yeah, I'm done. In my mind, I can't fathom what the fuck 121-year-old blackout will be doing on this planet that I want to be doing still.
Right. I mean, just to do it, I guess I would say 101, just to say you lived, be 100 and you could talk about 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I guess that part of it would be pretty cool. You'd be like a relic. You'd be, like it's what we should be doing today is talking to people that are 90 and 100 years old and really listen to what they have to say, because they're talking about a world that we almost can't even fathom anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not wrong, bro.
It's fascinating. If you can find someone that's able-minded and can speak a little bit and they're of that age, I highly, highly suggest us having that conversation with them, because you'll hear shit, you'll hear perspectives in there. You just got to ask the right questions and it'll all come pouring out, but
I got a friend of my circumference who is doing just that. They're doing elder care with people who are really, really old, like late 80s, 90s, sometimes 100, 101, 102, 103.
Wow.
Fascinating. Fascinating. The ones who are lucid, some of the things that they talk about and describe, and I just hear the stories of. The population that my company supports, not typically super geriatric. So I don't get that on a day-to-day basis. But I think about what it'd be like if I made it to the year 2100. Like, possible. There are niggas that live to that old. It's possible I can make it 2100. Talking about a relic, y'all was in 1980, 88. Yum 88. Like, I mean, it's I look at that like I look at the World War One veterans. We don't have a lot of them left, right? What a time, what a life,
right?
And the perspective that they have, because that's like one of the few ties you have, people from the 30s and the 40s who could actually tell you about the world on the brink of, let's say, oblivion.
Right.
They live through actual segregation and separation, and separate but not equal. And they've seen the world evolve, and they've seen no TV, just radio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And then TV, and then color TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then the internet. Like, what a life to have lived to see us evolve so much. If you got to imagine from like 1200 to like 1850, all we really got was the fucking light.
Right.
Not that wasn't phenomenal. I'm just saying, like, in the last 100 years, nigga, we've done a lot of evolving.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I mean, just put a 1929 vehicle next to a 2025, bro. It's like a fucking spaceship, bro.
Yeah, the 29 vehicles are better.
You know what I'm saying? Probably.
These battery shit is trash, nigga. Catch a fire, all type of shit. Locking in your passengers, spinning in circles.
Yikes. You know, this whole dire wolf conversation, I have it on my list. It's like it bleeds right into the AI with the robots and what the capabilities of the robots now and how they're able to function and actually do things that human beings have been doing for years and years, especially when you talk about like factory and warehouse and shipping, those areas, man. AI is coming for those jobs. They're going to be more automated.
Sorry to hear.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be less and less jobs for humans in those facilities because robots are going to be running it.
As it should.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's
listen,
going to get
we
there.
live in the free, kind of free.
Kind of free. Mostly free.
Somewhat free. I want to say mostly free. A nigga just got deported last week to El Salvador. He ain't do nothing. Supreme Court said go get that nigga back, and the Trump said,
"No, I know, I know.
Fuck you, Judge.
I know. Thanks, yo.
So like, is that free? We basically inside the Handmaid's Tale. Is that free?
I know.
But look, no, the automation in factories, a long discussion that keeps being brought up. The reality is, this is not about people's jobs. This is about what makes sense for progress in business. Everything evolves and changes. So in 1950, they had a nigga who would put the tire on the Ford. His job was to lift the tire and put it in the Ford at the assembly line, and then take a drill or a driver and put the lugs on and put the tire on.
Right.
That's stupid and inefficient when you have a robot that can do 50 tires in a minute. To have one person do one tire every other minute.
Right.
So automation has always been the end result when it comes to factories and production, as it should be. People just have to skill differently. We talked about this a little bit about those kind of jobs. You can't be surprised that eventually they were going to crack the code on how do we get people out of production lines in totality, when the human person is the biggest overhead. Go be the nigga that fixes the robots, as you should be. Go do that.
Right.
But no, I don't want you picking up the tire that we did 100 years ago, Gabe.
Right. No,
I don't need you to drill on the tire.
I get that.
Progress, baby.
We are heading that direction though. So be, for everybody who got like kids at home, and I'm not a parent, so take it for how you want. But from my point of view, if I had kids, I would be pushing them to make sure that they are up on technology and able to understand it, manipulate it, create it. Even
bro, 3-year-olds know how to use AI apps.
They need to,
but they do. Like they're literally being born with the screen in their hand. It's a different world. You know what I'm saying? I would say this, yo. Like, no one cried when the switchboard operator became obsolete.
Right.
That used to be a job.
Yeah.
All these women that were home from the war used to go man the switchboards and take plugs and connect your calls. That went away. We didn't all stop.
Right.
Evolution is evolution. Automation makes sense. Go get a skill that can't be duplicated by a robot.
Right. That's today's life lesson. Black, I have fun doing this. I'm at the end of my rope with the show, man. I'm done. I'm tired of talking. I know you was talking all day. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody who tunes into the show, whether you're listening after the fact on Blaze 'em Up Radio or on your favorite streaming podcast source. We love you. Facebook, Instagram users, and YouTube all alike. You know what I'm saying? Hit that follow and subscribe. You know, we here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. What we talking about? Podcast. What you want to say before we get out of here, bro?
Why they shoot them 5 ladies into space for 10 minutes and then brought them back?
I know. What was the point of that?
Why was Gail Kim on the rocket? Ever?
They paid for that too. They loved it, every second of it. I mean, I guess to say I've been in space, right? I mean, it's kind of a cool claim.
Sure, but like, ain't we sad about pollution and global warming and all the fuel and burning it takes to get to space? They didn't pay what it actually cost to fly that flight into space for 10 minutes. They can't afford that. That's like it's like $100 million launch.
Right.
For 10 minutes.
Right.
So why we doing that? I know why we're doing it. Like, in reality, they're trying to come up with a commercialized way of selling seats and rockets to rich people and make money for flying them into low orbit and then bringing them back down in 10 minutes.
Doesn't seem very profitable though, from what you're saying.
It could be if the same 20 niggas want to keep going to space, but it's not going to be very profitable because you can't really afford a flight to space. Not at today's current economy of building a rocket. It's dumb. Even with the reusable ones, it's dumb. The pollution, it's dumb. It's dumb.
You think by 2100 people will be living on a different planet like Mars?
No,
not 70. Too soon?
I think so.
To inhabit Mars?
Yeah, because we don't know how to terraform yet. If we could terraform now, we'd fix our own planet. Think about what I'm saying. If we could terraform, we go to the desert and turn it into a lush, vibrant, habitable zone for people.
Sure.
We don't know how to, so we don't. How the fuck you gonna do it on Mars? Whatever you bring to do that, we need to have exist already. We don't know how to do it, so how are you gonna do it on Mars?
Right. I think the common idea is that it will be a modular situation. So you would just be bringing pieces of a modular structure, and you would assemble it there, and you would live inside the structure on Mars. I think that's what the idea is.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
And how do you become self-sustaining? You don't get enough anything. You don't grow grass. You don't have food. What are you gonna do? Like, everything inside of a bubble. Why? Why are you in Mars then?
Yeah.
If you can't go outside.
All I know is that we keep making babies and the earth ain't growing. That's all I know.
Funny point though. You know how many countries will we only use like 10% of the land?
I know.
There's a ton of land that we are not even inhabiting right now. Right. We're not running out of space. We just keep wanting to live in the same location. Go to fucking Wyoming, my nigga. Go to South Dakota. Go to Montana. It's like 8 people in Montana. Dead ass. I think persons per mile, it's like 8 per mile. Like 8.
They don't have the infrastructure to sustain. So like even if you sent like a huge, like say you sent out like a crew and they built a nice, 4-story condo unit, luxury style, and then they put a mall across the street. They don't even have the infrastructure to sustain the power to get to that right now.
Less concerned about that though. Wind power is very sufficient. Solar power is very efficient today. All they got out there is no trees, low flat lands. You can put up wind turbines and power multiple cities. That's the least of the problems. You right there by the river, you can divert the river like they did for all the other states over there in the West. Like it can be done. I'm less worried about that. I'm more worried about why would you want to live in Wyoming? Like it would have to be like we're literally running out of space. Right. So hey, Amazon, can you please open up a plant in Wyoming? We'll promise to move 50,000 people there to work there.
Right.
That's how you would build it up. You need work, and work is not going to disappear. But we more so than enough have enough land. Believe it or not, with 8 billion people on this planet, we got a ton of land that we don't even touch.
I think about graveyards too. It's like, when do we start burying on top of people? You're gonna keep expanding.
Not to be morbid. I thought about graveyards because I was thinking about retired jersey numbers. Actually, they kind of go hand in hand in a funny way.
In a weird way.
Bro, we 2 generations, and the people that mattered to you are no longer around.
Right.
So, your my great grandchildren, as an example, may get to meet me and know of me a little bit, but I'd be a shadow of the person that I am today.
Sure.
By the time they had that opportunity.
Right.
And their children absolutely are not going to know who the fuck I am.
Right.
So why am I being buried in this dirt for 100,000 years?
Right.
That's dumb. That's a waste of space. I'm okay with having ceremonies, but I 100,000% subscribe to the
cremation.
Even if you want to put me in the dirt for the pop and circumstance of it, because you need that closure.
Yeah.
Great. 50 years, look me up.
Right.
And put me in the ocean. Yeah, because like I don't think I want a digger on my body, but like scoop me up and put me in the incinerator. Like I'm done. My legacy is done. My offspring are here. And my great grandchildren ain't gonna know who the fuck I am. They're not coming to see me.
And the memorial piece takes up way less space than blackout 6'3" fucking foot frame and shit. You know what I'm saying?
So to that thing, I feel the same way about jersey retirements. You want to retire some nigga from 1919's jersey number for a Saginaw Braves? Cool. Right. But in the year 2025, I don't know who Long Finger Joe was.
Right.
Please retire the number 3 because niggas is wearing jersey number 86 now in baseball and it looks weird. Can we get that number back? Jersey retirement should be
like a time limit.
If not 50, 100 years. I'm saying 50.
Yeah.
You can keep commemorating in person. You can put that number up in the rafters and put the name, but the number got to come back, dog.
Yeah.
With very few exceptions, like I'm okay with 23 being retired for Jordan and LeBron. I think they're just so great and integral to the game. I understand that. I'm okay with 42 being gone to baseball. I'm okay with that if that's what they chose. But it's not going to be one legend per team. That don't even reach the criteria for me. I'm talking about like lead. I'm talking about like you need to have been like Jackie Robinson, I broke the color barrier type shit.
Yeah, that's
or
today.
Tom Brady, I won every Super Bowl for 13 years.
Right.
And then the number's gone permanently. Everybody else, nigga, bring that shit back.
I feel you.
Long Finger Joe, I never see him pitch. We don't care.
You know, in that scenario, you know, Babe Ruth's number 3 would be unretired. You be okay with that?
I'm okay with that. It's time.
Really?
No, how many people living saw Babe Ruth play?
Oh yeah, I never saw. Yeah,
under 10,000. If you had to guess,
way under. Yeah,
I don't think 10,000 is unfair.
Okay, because I mean, he played in the 20s.
Yeah, 20s and 30s.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
definitely some octogenarians and some 90-year-olds that are alive who made us all Babe Ruth play.
Yeah, all right.
10,000.
Yeah, sure.
There's
not 10,000 people alive in New York because you would have had to be. Not really. He could have been traveling across the nation, so you could.
And they definitely could have saw clips of him in the 30s and the 40s.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I saw clips.
Right. You know, that's what I'm saying. But like at least for like that's like I said, like a nigga in 2008. Right. Somebody in 2008 who saw Jordan highlights. You're not that removed. Like, okay, I get his impact. I get why we wear sneakers.
Right.
In 2025, why the fuck do everybody wear Jordans? LeBron is the GOAT. Like, come on. Like, that's the conversation, right? So I'm just saying, 50 years, bro, and bring that jersey back.
Here, unpopular opinion. Shout out to Angie. Jordans, while fashionable, are uncomfortable as a motherfucker in the long term. Thank you very much.
Good night, Angie. Listen, yes, Jordan 1s got no support, but they look good.
They look great.
They look great.
They look fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? I got 4s and like, man, listen.
Good point, Miss Angie. But that's it for me, bro. Nah, good conversation, good talk. Sometimes it be like that.
Always. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody who tapped in. Shout out to King Blackout. Shout out to super producer Big and you know, the puppy, Samaya, all those great souls, man. Shout out to you. One love and everything. We'll be back next week, y'all. Peace.
Can't not.